Hello and welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. I'm Allegra Houston, coming to you live from Nova Scotia, where I've just finished teaching a 5-day memoir writing workshop. My creative collaborator, James Nave, is in Manila and got up at midnight to do our Prompt of the Week Zoom and is now, I hope, fast asleep and tucked up in bed. So I'm doing this video on my own. So every week we have a Zoom, which is open to you and to anyone anywhere in the world. Zoom in and write with us for an hour. In fact, we only write for 10 minutes, but working in the Imaginative Storm method, we do a bit of prep work before and we read what we wrote after. So the 10 minutes occurs in the middle. And we're going to do it that way now for you here on this Zoom, this isn't a Zoom, this is a YouTube video. Okay, so this is what we do. Each week we choose a prompt and we put it up on the screen for 2 minutes and ask everybody on the call and you to generate a list of words. Any words, whatever words pop into your head as you look at the image. The words don't have to have anything to do with the image at all. They don't have to have anything to do with one another. They don't have to be single words. Maybe you'll have a 2 or 3 or 4 word phrase. That's absolutely fine. But just keep it as a list and don't question the words as they come, as they pop into your head. Just write them down in a list. And I will start the 2 minutes now. After everyone generates their own personal list of words, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute a word from their list, and we create a community list. And I like to think of it as a kind of inlet of the collective imagination, which is calm and protected by all of us around it, making it a kind of safe inlet to swim in for the 10 minutes that you're going to write. So I will share today's community list with you now. I will put it up on the screen and read it out. And I encourage you to write the words down as I go. And because there's something that happens when they kind of go in your ear and out your hand. But don't worry if you don't catch them all, or if you want them later, you don't want to write them down now. I will put the list up again during the 10-minute writing time, so it will be there for you to refer to. So here is today's community list, today's collective imagination. Popcorn bucket, men in hats, Halloween, magnificent. He lost the war. Square, curved, and pointy. Masked mouth, generally. Old and faded. Flat and shut down. Dress rehearsal. Lingering ghost. What's inside? Nice brassiere. Star of honor, British spelling. Terse hug hazard. Trussed up. Snake oil yellow fever. Don't you think I'm sexy? Trapped. Power. Intensity. Not so black and white. Donald Trump. Stink eye stare. Oops, I forgot my pants. Remember to breathe. Metals of honor. So you now have two lists. You have your own personal list and you have our community list, which is now your community list as well. So those really are toys, if you like, for your imaginative intelligence to play with in the 10-minute writing time, which is the bit that's coming up next. So we've always described this 10-minute write as a dance between the rational mind and the imagination, with the rational mind following, allowing the imagination to be the partner leading the dance. It's not always easy to give up control and follow if you've ever done that kind of dancing, like a kind of foxtrot or a tango or a two-step. But that's what we're asking your rational mind to do, to give up control just for 10 minutes and let your imagination lead and spin it around and whirl and twirl it and make it dizzy if it wants. And your rational mind's job is to follow, not to collapse in a heap and not to storm off in a huff. You may have heard writing teachers say things like, get out of your rational mind. Well, we don't think that's possible, but we do think it's possible to train, and sometimes it takes practice to train your rational mind to follow. You might also think of it as your rational intelligence and your imaginative intelligence. So we're going to ask your imaginative intelligence to take the lead. You can write long or short, fast or slow, poetry or prose, coherent or incoherent. The goal is really simple. It's not to write some wonderful piece. I mean, you're only writing for 10 minutes, so how can you possibly write anything good in 10 minutes, says your rational intelligence. But the goal is just simply to surprise yourself. So I'll start the 10 minutes now and see if you surprise yourself. Start anywhere you like. Use as many or as few of the words on the list as you like. You don't have to use any at all if you don't want to. 10 minutes is starting now. So 10 minutes have passed, and something now exists in the world that didn't exist 10 minutes ago, that piece that you wrote. So what we do next, in our Zoom, we break out into breakout rooms, and everybody gets to read the piece that they wrote to, 5 or 6 appreciative listeners. And we're going to ask you to do the same thing. If there is somebody there in the room with you, maybe they will be your appreciative listener or just simply your audience. And if it's an empty room, well, it's not empty, you're in it. And you are your most important audience, because when you read what you wrote aloud, you're feeling your voice come out in your body. And that somatic sensation is very, very powerful. And what you will find is that often you think you wrote nonsense or garbage or it didn't make any sense. But when you read it aloud, it's much more interesting and much more powerful and much more emotionally connected than you thought it was. When you read your words silently on the page, you tend to be much more critical than appreciative. But when you read it aloud, you're more appreciative and critical than critical. So this is one of the ways of taming your inner critic, or however you want to say it, but learning to appreciate what you like about your voice and your writing. And when you know that, when you have that, when you feel that you have something, you're motivated to write and you move toward what you like about your own writing, rather than worrying about the things that don't do it for you so much. So put me on pause now, please, and read what you wrote aloud. I hope you did read what you wrote aloud, even if you were your only listener. And if that felt too strange, why not join us on Zoom live? It's free every Saturday and Thursday. You don't have to pre-register. You don't have to pay anything. You just turn up and be prepared with a pen and some paper to join in. If you go to imaginativestorm.com, you can join our mailing list, and you will get a notification every Thursday morning and Saturday morning, US time, maybe earlier or later, depending on where you are in the world. And it will give you a link to the page on the Imaginative Storm website that explains how the prompt of the week works. You can also find that link in the footer at imaginativestorm.com anytime you like. Just click on the Saturday or Thursday prompt of the week in the footer, and it will take you to that page with the live Zoom links and the explanation of how we do it. So please do join us one week. And if you like what you wrote, we also have a place for you to share that. And I will tell you about that now. It's called the Imaginative Storm on Circle. Here is how you get to the Circle community. Go to imaginativestorm.com, scroll across the top navigation, and you will see community. The drop-down menu pops up or drops down, and you'll see Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click on that, and that will take you to the community page, this particular part of it. Click on the image, and that will take you to the Circle site. If it's your first time, it will ask you to make a login name and password, but it's free. And once you've done that, you can explore the other parts of it in this left-hand navigation column, or you can just go straight to prompt of the week. And there you will find an archive of all the prompts we've done every week for more than 3.5 years now. And the most recent one is at the top. When you click on one, you'll see what it is. You'll see a link to the YouTube recording. You'll see the image, and you'll see the word list. And then you'll see, as you scroll down, you'll see what other people have written. Sometimes people upload an audio of them reading it, and other people can comment on what they liked about what people have posted. And if you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a box that says, "What are your thoughts?" And that is the place to type in what you wrote to the prompt. Please do post what you wrote. We'd love to read it. We'd love to welcome you into our community. And when you're at imaginativestorm.com, you can see more about the books that we offer, the courses and retreats and workshops. And and there are Prompt of the Week soon. So we hope you will join us. Please do. And thank you for watching today.